It is officially Derby week. We are now 5 days away from the fastest 2 minutes in sports, but today it was all about Dawn at the Downs, and that's where our Jim Stratman spent the morning. How were the crowds there, Jim?
Well, Brooke, we actually saw a pretty good crowd filtering in through the paddock gates earlier this morning, but what really struck me was just how Derby this morning actually felt. We saw plenty of people coming in from all ages, coming in to watch the horses race out here on the track, get their workouts in. Some of them were dressed to the nines. It even was cold with a light little misty rain. It felt very Derby, Brooke, and that's something that really did stand out. And the people that we saw really kind of echoed that same sentiment. That atmosphere was just here at Churchill Downs, as it seemingly always is. Crowds after crowd of people flocked through the gates right at about 7 a.m. From what we talked to some of them, they were here for some breakfast experiences. Others just coming in because it was free to watch the horses, some of the contenders in the Oaks and the Derby this year. Regardless, the people that we spoke to said that being able to see some of those horses up close and personal was a great experience. In fact, for some, it was a bucket list item. And for others, some of the regulars who come to Derby before, they said that these events are a showcase, not just for the horses on the track, but really for the city and the people.
Nothing better than this week. This is Louisville's time to shine. We are here to enjoy it and invite the people to Louisville.
I tell my family and my friends, please, if you never come to Louisville any other time, please come in Derby. I want to showcase Louisville. It is just, Churchill is just awesome.
Now, the morning workouts went from 7 a.m. till 10 o'clock this morning. Dawn at the Downs will continue through Wednesday of this week. So remember, if you want to come back out and get a look at some of those contending horses for Derby and Oaks, the gates will open, the paddock gates will open at 7 a.m. The workouts continue through 10 a.m. tomorrow and Wednesday. Brooke?
Right, Jim, thank you so much. It boasts new dining experiences, premium seats, and one-of-a-kind 360-degree video boards. We're talking about the new first turn area at Churchill Downs, and you can see from this video the stadium-style seating on the upper level of the first turn and the view it gives you. All together, the first turn sits 7,100 guests, 5,100 upstairs on that third floor, the other 2,000 down in the club level. The total renovation cost $90 million, within that new addition being completed in a little over a year. Churchill Downs officials said they are very excited to bring this new addition to life, but understand when it comes to renovating the Downs, you need to walk a line.
There's a lot of mystique at Churchill Downs. There's traditions, but at the same time, you got to keep moving that ball forward and delivering a modern and state-of-the-art experience and different types of experiences for different customers.
Now, as of this afternoon, there are still first turn seats available for the 149th Run for the Roses. You can visit KentuckyDerby.com for more details. Well, down at the Belle of Louisville, organizers are getting ready for this year's Great Steamboat Race. Celebrating its 60th year, it is one of the oldest Kentucky Derby Festival events. This year, the races will include the Belle of Louisville, of course, the Belle of Cincinnati, and the American Countess. The boats will take off and race down to the Clark Memorial Bridge and back, and that usually lasts about 2 hours. Whoever wins the race will receive a pair of coveted silver antlers and, of course, some bragging rights. And today we will find out where the horses in this year's Oaks and Derby will be positioned at the starting gate. Draws for both races will be announced at 2 this afternoon during a traditional pill pool. That means the horses' entry blanks are pulled simultaneously with a numbered pill to determine what stall a horse will break from at that starting gate.
Well, you think of prostate cancer, colon cancer, liver, lung, whatever, but breast not typically.
He is included in 1% of men who are diagnosed with breast cancer in America every year. And this Friday, Steve Watkins will be spreading that message during his walk in the Oaks Day Survivors Parade at Churchill. Tonight at 6, the differences in symptoms between women and men and why this type of cancer in men tends to be found at later stages. Several Derby galas also underway this week, and we are getting our first look at the star-studded Barnstable Brown Gala. The guest list there, a total of 32 celebrity guests will be in town, including Patrick Mahomes, Chris Pine, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Louisville native Jack Harlow. The event is this Friday at the home of Patricia Barnstable Brown in the Highlands. The gala annually raises money for the Barnstable Brown Diabetes Center at the University of Kentucky. Well, speaking of Jack Harlow, the Grammy-nominated rapper was just honored with a larger-than-life banner near the Paristown Point neighborhood this weekend. The Hometown Heroes banner featuring Jack's Louisville hangs at the intersection of East Broadway and Barrett Avenue. Although it rained on our parade, it did not stop us from a good time, having people all over come out yesterday for one of the Kentucky Derby Festival's most anticipated events, the Pegasus Parade. And that new Pegasus float was front and center. The parade stretched 17 blocks down Broadway and featured a wide range of floats from police and fire trucks to marching bands. You see the dance groups there. It is always designed for people of all ages to enjoy. And if you were unable to attend the parade or just want to take a look back on some of the fun, we have you covered. You can visit our website, WHAS11.com, where we have tons of pictures showcasing the festivities from this weekend. A man from Charlestown, Indiana is expressing his gratitude after his boat was stolen and then returned less than 24 hours later. Take a look at this video. It is raining and it's dark, but you can see a car stops in front of that boat. A person then walks over, begins hooking the boat up to their car. Well, the owner of that boat caught this theft on his Ring camera. He says he was able to get the whole boat back so quickly thanks to the power of social media, and our Connor Steffen explains more.
Over 48 hours, it's been a roller coaster.
Starting here in Charlestown, Indiana, on Seth Stewart's dealership lot, where among dozens of RVs sat his own personal fishing boat.
It's so much more than that. That boat's provided a lot of adventures and memories.
Until Saturday, when his boat wasn't in that parking spot, and this showed up on the security camera.
Came in and just casually walked by the edge of the trailer, as we could see in the video, and hooked up and drove away.
You know, I didn't know if I was going to get it back at the time. It started with just anger and frustration.
Which led to desperation.
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary. So I didn't know what else to do, so I posted on social media.
Just a few hours later, a text from a stranger hundreds of miles away near Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Said, hey, I think we're driving next to your boat.
Then a call from a friend.
And he said, hey, Cindy and I are driving next to your boat on the interstate.
And another.
He tells me, he says, hey, I'm going to Nashville, so I can stay with this boat for a while. And I told him that the police were on the way.
Relief set in when Stewart received this text. A photo from that friend showing a car pulled over by Kentucky State Police and his boat seemingly recovered.
In this situation, the good outweighed the bad.
We've reached out to KSP for more information on the arrest. As of now, we have yet to get any information. Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
The power of social media. Well, Stewart says he hopes this case can lead to resolutions and other thefts that have occurred in and around our community. Grief counselors are on hand at Spencer County High School today following the death of a student over the weekend. Nathan Wimsett was a senior who died in a car crash Saturday night. The school posted to Facebook saying Nathan was a member of the soccer and tennis teams, was a beloved member of our school community, and will be greatly missed by all. Please be in prayer for Nathan's family, our students, and our staff as we face the grief that the coming days will bring.